Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a coffee talk. No, with a miserable, no, with a tactics talk. Just, I'm keeping this intro. That was horrible, but we're going to stick with it. It's a tactics talk, kind of, sort of. Hey, you don't always have to do 9,000 damage to win. Sometimes you have to because you're trying to drag your team. But I am in my Concept 5 here. Switched over to the firepower mode. For a wonder, I actually thought about the map and the field mods that I had, and I actually switched it up. Concept 5, Tier 10, British, medium, wheeled tank. I'm carrying this log. This is my log. There are many like it, but that one is mine. And I'm following the chart footer, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, darn. Good news and bad news, my friends. Here's the good news. We should have an overmatch on that flank. Wait for it. Should. Wait for it. Me and the Char, we are kind of on our own, my friends. Kind of on our own. It makes you feel lonely. Makes you feel lonely. Makes you feel like maybe a sacrifice is going to have to be made at some point. Like many of the legendary sacrifices. The Gates of Thermopylae. Right? The what is it? The World War II and the force of Bastogne or around Bastogne. All of those, last stands, my friends, or hopeless charges. Hopeless charges. Keep that in mind. I didn't see anything, so I'm gonna flex down this way. Meta flex. I see a Skoda in the middle. Let's see if we can go get a shot off this guy. Oh, there we go. There's a feller up there. Can we hit this guy? No, because we can't see him. He's dying. All right, that's fine. We should have a great overmatch. I thought at this point in the game, like, this is interesting. I don't see... The chart doesn't see anything. I don't see anything. But wow, they did send a lot of guys. And if I look at all the light bulbs, holy macaroni. Wait a minute. What's possible to be over? A TL7 and an RU, and that's it, fellas. They sent everyone but two to down there, and we sent everyone but two. It's almost like there was some kind of pre-coordination. So the battle has been joined, and all of a sudden things start to go badly. Found that guy. Put a shot on him. Try to get away. Somehow I don't take a shot back. That's fantastic, and he runs off. Okay, wow, all right. The two that we thought might be here are, in fact, here. The Charfooter and the TL7. And I'm thinking this TL7 will be easy. Let's just get this. Me and this Char will push this guy. Let's take him down. Maybe we kill the RU at the same time. This is easy. Easy peasy. It's not even an all tier 10 battle. We got 10s and 9s. Now, let's just pause it here for a second and look at this kind of setup. One of the big concerns I had immediately was this 360 TPs. If those three work together well, this is a problem, right? We're matching it with a Mal's VZ and a 110E3. The two platoons did go to the same spot. They are punching each other in the face down there, but we appear to be losing. And our VZ and AMX-50B are swinging around behind, so whatever's left down there in the southwest is doomed. And I'm not liking this, fellas. I'm feeling like last stand time is about to happen here. The VZ and the AMX and the FV are making an effort to maybe, I don't know, push the cap or something like that. I love this tank. Oh, good, we got one. 461. That is a hell of a high roll right there, fellas. I think. Maybe not. Is it 430 alpha? Something like that. This will be a bounce. Sure. Why not? Right in the turret. That's what happens when you shoot him in the turret there. The Char tries to get in there. This is going to just take us a while to get rid of him. There we go. All right. Interesting, fellas. Look, so the 50B and the VZ are now behind there. Looks like some of the enemy tanks have swung back around, and this is crazy now. This is crazy because we're going to have to steal one. Even though it's a 2-3, I'm already feeling like this is a steal, a cap win. There is no way these fellas down here last very long, even with a Mouse and 110 and a Tortoise. But the good news is they last a while. Is it long enough? This is the question. This is really getting into a kind of a last stand idea, maybe, or a heroic move to win, something like that. A charge, perhaps. Let's think about that. But the enemy comes back pretty hard, and we've got a 50B and 55, the char and a 4005. So I go this way thinking that maybe I can relieve some pressure from the guys in the south. Maybe, just maybe, we can kill a few of them. It's not looking like it though, fellas. We got all 360 TPs, and the 110E3 is getting gang tackled. If he gets even one more shot off, that'll be great. Doesn't look like he does. The mouse dies, he dies, and all of a sudden this is looking extremely grim. They have sent a fairly significant force back to at least keep our guys busy. I am going to kill a single shot 60 TP, which is fantastic. That's one of them down. But I can't face up against these guys. The lightweight goes the other way. Oh, let me out of here. 60 TPs look like, at least initially, they're thinking about pushing. It is 5 to 8, but we're still on our back foot, fellas. Still on our back foot. Tortoise dies. One of their already dies. That's good. Don't hit me, Char. Oh boy, that's a rock. Haven't done a whole bunch, have we? 1,038 damage, 181 assist. And I'm thinking at this point, our only real possibility is if I get back over here and somehow figure out how to help these 3 hurt tanks win. And this is when I realized there's 3 of them on the cap. And that perhaps, my friends, perhaps, there is a way, that we can come up with a win. And I reach back into the annals of military history, and I came up with an idea based off of a famous Lord Tennyson, Alfred Lord Tennyson poem about a doomed but heroic event, the charge of the Light Brigade. I'm pretty light. I feel like we're going to have a charge here. I don't think jumping on the cap is going to do anything. I have all of my hit points, and we are at 18 seconds. They only have 3 right there. It looks like a lot of their tanks did not turn around in time, plus these are relatively slow. If we can keep these guys off of the cappers, we might have this, but it's going to take a heroic charge, fellas. It is going to take a heroic charge for sure. Oh, the charge of the Light Brigade. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward. All in the Valley of Death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade. Charge for the guns, he said. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600. Forward the Light Brigade. Was there a man dismayed? Not though the soldier knew someone had blundered. Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600. Cannon to the right of them, cannon to the left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed at with shot and shell, bodily they rode and well. Into the mouth of hell rode the 600. Flashed all their sabers bare, flashed as they turned in air, sabering the gunners there, charging an army, while all the world wondered. Plunged in the battery smoke, right through the line they broke. Cossack and Russian, reeled from the saber strokes, shattered and sundered. Then they rode back, but not the 600. Victory! Well, there it is. My terrible rendition of the charge of the Light Brigade, probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, military poetry ever written, to be quite honest. I don't know. Do you guys know a better one? Pretty awesome. We stole that one from them. And it looks like the 60 TPs, well, actually one of the 60 TPs did make it back. Radio Man, Lives Matter. We absolutely stole that one. And the charge of the Light Brigade right through the middle of them probably caused a couple of them to take shots they may not have otherwise wanted to take, that they could have maybe knocked down a building or kept pushing in to get a shot. But that's a pretty good crew on the cap. You got a 4005 that can one-shot stuff, especially these low hit point guys, so that's good. So they need to be careful about him, obviously. The purples do. The 50B autoloader can absolutely send some hate downrange, and then you got the double barrel VZ. Although they're all low hit points, they can punish anyone who pokes, and a lot of these guys were low hit points, so they were having trouble right there. Of course, they were backed up by a 53-55 who was doing a nice job, but he just didn't reload fast enough. And once we got enough hit points on there, plus the charge of the light brigade, we were able to steal that one. You guys have a great rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend, and we will see you.